Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 645. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris Al. What's up, Chris?
Star Wars Episode 8 is most likely not going to be called Echoes of the Dark Side, so everyone calm down.
All right. What's up, Ray?
And he's not likely to have a glitch in the Matrix.
All right. So, again, Chris, what do you want to talk about first?
All right, so we have these articles here. This one I'm really happy about.
Did you want to talk about Star Wars before we start, like about the stuff we talked about the other day, and just clarify?
If you want to, yeah.
Let's just go into it.
All right, so we'll save those articles for after this. This is going to be short. There was a leak, 2 leaks, whatever you want to say, about Star Wars Episode 8. And I'm going to preface this by saying I'm pretty sure this is all completely fake. So Don't worry about spoilers, but possible spoiler warning in case they got some of this right by accident. Or
we talked about it on the show last time.
No, but this is something different.
Okay, good.
This is different than that. So the leaks were apparently, I guess, the shooting script. Someone from the set leaked the shooting script stuff online. It was on Reddit and a couple other sites. The main things were, and I'm only going to talk about the main things here because there's a lot, and there's over 100 things leaked, and I'm not going to go into all of them. But the main things were, they said that the title Episode 8 was going to be called Echoes of the Dark Side, which sounds cool, but meh. The other things were, they revealed who Rey is. They said that they used the reincarnation thing from that was leaked before that. This isn't connected to that, but it was mentioned in this, but that's not where that story came from. And they also, the main thing was they mentioned who Snoke was. They tried to say who Snoke was, and it was really bad. It was a really, really bad, it was, okay. We're talking just below Jar Jar Binks levels of bad, in my opinion. Basically what they said was I'm paraphrasing here, I might recall something wrong, but I'm almost pretty sure because I read it a couple of times and I was like, what? The dark side originated at the beginning of the universe with the light, and I guess these giant kaiju monsters were the origins of the dark side, and these knights pulled their essence from them, and those knights were the first Jedi.
That's baloney. Yeah.
And Snoke's whole plan was, I guess he was connected to this, and his whole plan is to resurrect one of these creatures and put their power into Kylo Ren, and then Ren would be his obedient servant or whatnot. And Ren knew that this was going to happen, but he didn't care. It was bad. It was really, really bad. And there were some good things in this though. They used the thing about Rey being another chosen one, which I was happy about. Luke had a really big presence. He actually fights all of the Knights of Ren except for Kylo Ren without using a lightsaber, which was amazing. Wow. Rey and Ren have an epic duel where the thing said that they are completely matched. And then Snoke shows up. He betrays Kylo Ren. He kidnaps Rey, and Luke finds Ren, and Leia's there, and all these people. And instead of arresting Ren, Luke he tells Ren the story of Anakin Skywalker, and Ren starts his redemption storyline. And the film it ends with all of them preparing to go save Rey.
So, in other words, he would turn good.
Yeah, they started a redemption, a light side turn for him, which is something I want to happen. So, really, the only bad thing that happened was that thing with the dark side. And when I read that, I was like, they cannot do this.
No. All right, so that was
crazy.
all bullshit, basically.
I believe it's all BS. I don't buy it at all.
All right, so what do you think it is then? If that's all nonsense, you don't really think that she's going to be Luke's daughter?
No,
I think it is still.
So much. I watched The Force Awakens a couple hours ago, and there's so much in there again after watching it again that I was like, yeah, no, I don't see it. I just don't see it.
But why couldn't she be like? Here's the thing: couldn't Luke have a kid, and then his kid had a kid, and she'd be like the granddaughter?
The timeline wouldn't work.
No. How many? This is 30 years after.
This is 32 years after Jedi.
Obi-Wan is also. It could be his granddaughter.
No, it can't be granddaughter. No.
Could be his great-granddaughter or something, but I doubt that too. I gotta say, I think whoever leaked this this thing about her being the next chosen one, I think that's what it is.
That can't be.
I really
do. They can't do Anakin Skywalker. It can't be.
But she's not Anakin Skywalker, though. She's just a reincarnated chosen one.
All right, but in other words, the Force has memory.
Yeah.
But it's not Anakin, because Anakin's a ghost.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I can live with, I guess. You know. But she's just not related to anybody?
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's a good thing, because I think that if we're ever going to move Star Wars into like a future, it has to happen that way. Something has to happen that way.
Before they erased the canon, didn't Leia and Han have like a couple of kids?
They had 3 kids, yeah.
And wasn't it like a brother and a sister? They were like twins.
They had twins, Jaina and Jason.
Right,
and they had a third son named Anakin.
Okay. So
Anakin died.
Can it be that Ren killed his brother, and then she's the daughter? Like that's a sister?
It could be, but a lot of that wouldn't make sense, though. And Abrams even said that was the first time Leia and Rey have met. Ever.
But that's weird, man. It's just...
But Abrams lies sometimes, though, doesn't he?
So
he does, yes.
Yeah.
So take it with a grain of salt.
Here's the thing. If it's going to continue with Skywalker, about the Skywalkers, she would have to be a Skywalker. It's not going to be... I can't see it that way.
Well, what about this? Nobody considered this, right? What if Rey is not his kid, but Luke does have children? Because I don't think anybody considered that. What if Luke did have children? They were his apprentices, but Rey is just not one of his kids.
So... not someone they'll introduce in Episode 8 as his kid?
Yes, because I think you could easily get away with that. I think you could say that maybe Ren even killed Luke's kids or something like that, you know? And maybe that's one of the reasons why because there was something that was said recently about the Battle of Jakku, which is a canon event, where it said somebody or something happened that was a great loss. I don't know what that is, but nobody does right now.
Here's the thing, right? Luke is supposedly more powerful than Vader, right?
I would assume so now,
so
yeah.
Wouldn't his kid be more powerful than him?
Not necessarily.
Why?
Because the Force you don't just become more powerful than somebody. You have to train in the Force to become more powerful.
But she didn't even train. She has the Force.
Yeah. You always have the Force if you're Force sensitive, but how powerful you are with it, you have to train.
But the thing is that she didn't train, and okay. First of all, she didn't train, and she controlled the lightsaber coming into her hand.
She could have had training already.
But we've just not seen it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
But then what's the thing? Like, once now that she knows her about ability, she's going to become stronger. When did that ever happen?
Well, that happens because I think Ren knows she's been trained before, and 2, I think what is probably happening with that is since if she is the next chosen one, Anakin was able to use the Force at a high level before he was trained as well. So it's just another thing that makes sense with that. And to be fair, none of the things that she did in The Force Awakens are considered advanced Force abilities.
Right.
They are okay. The mind trick is definitely something advanced. However, using like the telekinesis, force pull, that's all she did. You know, she only used, that's something that Padawans can do easily.
Okay.
There are actually some Padawans that could do more than her at that level. So when everyone said, oh, she's so powerful, I was like, not really. Ren has more force powers than her. Like, you know, so I don't see why everyone thinks she's so great right now. I personally think she's just like Padawan level. And Ren was injured, that's why she was able to beat him. But, you know, in my opinion, Ren was toying with Finn. We know that for a fact. Finn had training in combat with things like lightsabers, and Ren was able to toy with him even while he was injured. So, right. You know, so I don't really necessarily consider Rey that powerful. Like, if she would have busted out like Force Lightning, then I would have been like, whoa.
Right.
You know, or something crazy like Force Speed or something. But, like, she used a basic Force power, and I was like, okay, you know.
And she's just like Anakin because she can pilot, can't she?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Mm.
That might be something that the Chosen One just has, you know what I'm saying? Every time they are reincarnated, maybe they have the same set of skills.
It's like a default skill for them in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, to get back to what we were talking about, I think this leaked stuff was completely fake. It was good fan fiction, don't get me wrong. Whoever wrote it, I commend you. That's a great story for something that's not canon. Right. But as far as canon Star Wars goes, I'm not a big fan of it.
I didn't like the title, Echoes of the Dark Side. That kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Chris, let's go into a different subject. Could you screen share that thing you sent me?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let me just pull it up. This is I don't know where this is in Japan. But this is something pretty cool that I wish we would get something like this. But all right, let me screen share this.
Now you said it, Chris. You will probably get it.
I wish. You guys see that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That is a really, really great picture. And it's funny because I've seen this picture of Shin Gojira before. It was a smaller one where it was just kind of like his head, and it looked really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But this looks really good. I'm really the one thing that I really love about this, and it's really subtle. He's using his arm there, so his arms aren't stuck in one position the whole movie.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Like
and another thing. Yeah, they toned down the red in his body a lot. Like his spine should be glowing a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I just don't like the eye. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The eyes are too small.
Yeah, that's kind of a letdown.
I gotta say though, this design really has I really like it now. I do. I'm glad it got better.
Yeah.
You got one
really
over.
All right. So what's the
good job, Toho.
What's talking something different? What's the news with Jurassic? You said you had something about Jurassic?
Apparently, we're getting a huge announcement. Yeah, apparently there's going to be a huge announcement about Jurassic World 2 soon. And the title, they released a picture of the title, but the second word is blocked out by trees in this thing, other than the first two letters, which are OU.
Can you share that too?
I might be able to. You can definitely make out the word Jurassic on the left, and a lot of people, and I agree with this, they're saying that it's probably Jurassic Outbreak, because apparently they've been filming on places other than the islands. So that sounds to me.
Like where?
Yeah, I can't find the picture.
Okay.
But it was in the. I believe they're filming in the UK.
Oh.
This is the thing I'm worried about, though. We're gonna lose the Jurassic Park idea if they do something like that. Now, I'm not saying the movie's gonna be bad, but the idea of Jurassic Park was they're in a park.
Isn't that what they did with the second Jurassic Park, the Lost World, or whatever the hell that was called?
Yeah, the T-Rex was running around San Francisco.
And I heard a rumor that Jeff Goldblum wants to be in the new Jurassic.
Yeah, which I'm all for. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
No, I like Jeff
Excuse me,
Goldblum.
but you know, I don't know about the whole. See, this is the thing. This is what I was worried about with the whole Indominus Rex thing. Is that that's not really a dinosaur at this point. So like,
Right.
what the hell? Like,
What are you doing now? Right. So, let me see what I have on it. Where did you see that on Facebook?
yeah.
Popped up, yeah. All right. What I have, let's see. Oh, I got something that I really wanted to talk about. And thank you to Sigourney Weaver for talking about this. Chris, I will send it to your Facebook, and you could talk about it.
Please say something about Alien.
Well, it's not like she's doing something else, but here we go. Okay, just let me know if you get it. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, go ahead. Talk about that one if you can.
See. Okay, so it says Sigourney Weaver offers new Aliens film update. Ooh, okay. So it says both Sigourney Weaver and District 9 and Chappie filmmaker Neil Blomkamp would have been shooting their proposed Aliens direct sequel right now if it weren't for filmmaker Ridley Scott. Last year, Ridley Scott stepped in, demanding that his own Alien Covenant film scored some breathing room and would arrive first. Before Blomkamp got underway on his film, in fact, at the time, it was suggested that Blomkamp's film, which was going to ignore Aliens 3 and Alien Resurrection, might have even been scrapped. That may not be the case, though. Weaver recently stopped by an event for VMware for live film and was asked about the status of Blomkamp's film. She seems to think it's still a go, and this is a direct quote from her, apparently. It says, she says, well, I think it is. Ridley asked Neil not to make our Alien till after Prometheus 2. Ridley wanted his movie to shoot and be released first, but it's an amazing script, and Neil and I are really excited about doing it. We're doing other things until we can get going on that. I'd be really surprised if we didn't do it because it's such a great script, and we love working together. So it's just all going to take a bit longer to get out to you, but it'll be worth the wait.
So basically, it's just delayed, but it's probably going to happen.
Hopefully.
Okay, that's good news because that makes me feel better that they just didn't fire him and then, took his idea and whatever. I mean, that I could live with because basically, but here's another problem though. Say Ridley Scott's movie bombs, and then they do Alien 5 and that does a super success. Ridley Scott's going to be pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then again, they're not going to. If Alien 5 is a success, they're not going to care what Ridley Scott says because they're just going to let Neil Blomkamp do another one, probably. Mm-hmm. So, look, here's the thing. Did everybody really want Prometheus 2 before Alien 5? Absolutely not. I'm pretty sure, right, Chris? I mean, if you ask everybody, like the majority of people would rather an Alien 5.
Yeah, I would say a majority of people want
an
Alien sequel. If you ask me, I kind of want to see a Prometheus 2.
Me too, but why are you calling it? I thought that the whole concept of Prometheus was not to go in the direction of Alien and go a different direction, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
yeah, they said that. They've said that multiple times.
So now he's going in the direction of Alien, which I'm not happy about. Because he went back on his word, and that pisses me off. The other guy is doing the alien thing, so you wanted to make new aliens and all kinds of weird crap, then do it. But don't go back on your word and say, oh, well, now he brought interest to the Alien franchise, so I'm just going to siphon off that. Right? Am I right, Chris? I mean,
Yeah, I agree. I remember a whole bunch of times him saying, this isn't a prequel to Alien, it's its own thing. And now it's like, this is Alien. It's like,
you're
oh.
full of crap, dude. You're full of effing crap. That
I
pisses
mean, I
me
guess
off.
you could say, well, he was talking about Prometheus and not the sequel, but meh. You know.
Dude, man, it's just bullshit. That pisses me off. Don't. You have a whole. He's talking out of his ass like, oh, 2 and Prometheus 2, 3, and 4, and don't expect. And really, and I thought freaking Naomi Rapace is supposed to be the main thing. Now
Yeah.
shit's on her. That's bullshit.
I'm not happy that she's not coming back.
He's a dick for doing that. She was fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know what his problem is with women.
Damn ass. He's an ass. Why would you do that? What is the big deal? Like he can't have a female lead? Is that what he's talking about?
And yeah, he brought, what's his name back? Didn't he? That male one.
No, but Chris, why would he have a problem with that?
Well, I don't know if he does, but like, if he does, he's got to get over it. 1, 2, she was a great character.
Fantastic.
Not only that, but as far as we know, she's the only one who's able to do anything because David's just ahead. What are they going to do? Introduce more characters? What did they send a search party? All right, fine. They sent a search party. Great. But I don't care. I want to see what she does. She went to the engineer's home planet, or she was going there. What happened? There were so many things that happened in Prometheus that they never told us. What happened? What was that alien thing that came out of the engineer at the end? Where are the other xenomorphs? What happened on that planet? What was the black goo? What the hell happened? Like, but then we're not going to get that now?
Why do they have to take her out of the equation? What caused that mindset?
You know what they're going to say? They're going to say that she died on the way there.
No, but why did they do that? Why, is it that they don't want to pay her more money? Because I don't really think she asked for crazy amount of money. So what's the deal? You don't introduce a... Here's the thing that pisses me off, right? I'm sorry. I have to curse. You don't fucking introduce a character like that, okay? And then you have a fucking ending like that that's basically saying she's the fucking hero of this franchise, the fucking Prometheus. And then you don't give us what we fucking want. Like, you don't fucking do it. That doesn't make any sense. That's like saying fucking aliens, we get that, right? And they decide to kill Ripley off in 5 minutes, and then we have to deal with, like, somebody else being the fucking hero. You don't promote that shit like that.
It would be like this. It would be like in Star Wars Episode 8. They were like, oh, Rey's not in the movie. Here's a new character. Like, wait, what? Like, what the hell?
How about Ridley Scott put fucking Naomi Rapace in the main fucking role? That's bullshit. How old is he? Like 80? 70? Is he like fucked up in his head or what? Like, you know,
I don't know, man.
That's your fucking star, dude. Not Michael Fassbender. Michael Fassbender, he's in it, but he's not the fucking... What is this?
If somebody was going to replace Ripley, I would like it to be Naomi Rapace's character because she was just as cool as Ripley, in my opinion.
I keep saying fucking Emma Watson as fucking Newt. That's what I say. That's what I fucking say. That'd be fantastic.
I'll never forget Naomi. I'm doing that thing with the baby. I know. That kind of done the movie itself justice, didn't it?
This movie's gonna suck. Alien Covenant. Nobody's gonna give a shit about it because they delayed the Sigourney Weaver one. Nobody fucking cares about that. I mean, yeah, it would be nice if they did what they were originally gonna do without aliens in it, but nobody cares about his half-ass excuse and changing the whole format. Nobody wants to see that. And
you know what's going
alien in the title just confuses the shit out of people. People don't know what the hell this is. I'm sorry, Ray. Prometheus 2, they should fucking call it.
All I was going to say was, you know what they're going to do? They're going to come out and say, we expect this film to do one, like say 800 million or something, and then when they don't get it, they're going to say, oh, well, we must have done something wrong in that, and then they're going to try and go back to Naomi and say, we want you back, and she'll say no, because you didn't want me back for the second one.
And worse than that, like you said, Joe, if Alien Covenant doesn't do well, Ridley Scott's going to be like, hey, guess what? No Alien 5, sorry.
Domino effect.
Why the fuck does he decide that? Because fucking The Martian did great? Why the fuck does he decide that? Where the fuck has he been for like 20, 30 years? That now all of a sudden he's starting to put movies out again.
You know what it's like? He, like you just said, he did Prometheus. That did okay. He did The Martian. That did fantastic. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'm the guy. So you're not the guy. What?
It's fucking horseshit. He's got to decide when Sigourney Weaver's going to film, and a movie that he has nothing to do with. He's got to decide when that happens.
I find it suspicious, like you said, man.
Bullshit.
That movie is not. Prometheus 2 should not have Alien in the title.
I don't know.
By doing that, people are going to be like, so is this Alien 5? Oh, this is Prometheus 2? And then when the Alien 5 does come out, whatever they call it, they're not going to call it Alien 5, but they're going to call it something else. People are going to be like, so is this the sequel to Alien Covenant? Oh, no, this is Alien 5? Oh,
so
I'm
up.
confused. This is the thing. If you didn't call it Alien Covenant, you called it Prometheus, something else. Because their excuse was, well, we couldn't call it Paradise Lost because this. So call it Prometheus something else.
No, the problem was the fucking idiot said, I'm calling it Paradise Lost because of this book called Paradise Lost. And then immediately it's like, well,
yeah.
That's where you're getting the title from. Well, guess what? If you're going to use that, we're going to sue the shit out of you. And then it's like, oh, I have to pick a different title. What am I going to do? I just said that Prometheus 2 title sucks shit. So I can't call it Prometheus 2. So let me just change my whole fucking storyboard to 3 movies and call it Alien Covenant.
But that's what I'm saying. Why couldn't they just call it Prometheus Covenant?
Whatever. Prometheus,
Something.
yeah. Prometheus Lost or some shit. He just fucked the whole franchise up, basically. People are going to be so fucking confused, honestly. As it is, I don't know what the fuck was. We saw the movie, and it's like, you know when you don't know if you like it or not?
Yeah.
And but I did like it, but I'm like, should I not? I was like, whatever. And then everybody was just like, not knowing. And it was like, you confused the living shit.
Dude, if you looked at some of the stuff that they were planning to do with that movie, your head would friggin' spin.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck was happening. The guy, like, had to kill himself, and then he became part of the water. Like, what are you fucking trying to say?
I'll give you an example, right?
Oh, God.
You know the guy who had, like, the spiky hair, kind of looked like Seamus? The geologist?
Yeah.
Who became that, like, monster man thing?
Yeah.
Did you know that he was turning into a xenomorph?
Why?
That's what was happening to him. Apparently.
Oh, God.
I was looking at the storyboards for the movie, and there's one scene where he looks like a complete xenomorph, and I was like, he was turning into a xenomorph? Like,
How
does that work? Like, what the hell? I didn't know what the frig was going on at some points in that movie.
Here's your question. How come, right, fucking 20, 30 years, right, you can't have fucking people that create different type of alien creatures? All the fuck we got is Alien and Predator. And alright, they tried Species, but what didn't really take too well. But, like, 3 we have. You can't, like, create something else, like, revolutionary. You can't create another race in that universe that's, like, different. You can't think, like, on the scale of Star Trek, but only, hey, this is an alien universe. Let's put different races in there. How difficult is that? Have we been so starved with space movies that all we had was Star Trek and Star Wars and hardly anything that Like, why can't they get this shit together? Why can't we have different creatures? What is it to create a different creature? People stupid? What? Why can't they put different... Chris, why can't they create somebody?
No, I agree. I think they had the perfect opportunity with Prometheus to make the engineers kind of like the third party. But so what? Like, they did nothing. They did nothing in the movie.
Do you think people are scared to approach Ridley Scott and say he's a new creature?
No, but it was an H.R. Giger created...
I agree, yeah.
He created the alien and the species, right?
Yes.
And then
I think so,
Predator,
yeah.
somebody else created, right? So can't
Yeah.
somebody just create a different race?
And I don't even think Alien and Predator were meant to be in the same universe. It was like later on that happened.
Yeah, it was because the comic books were so successful.
And then in Predator 2, there was a xenomorph skull,
They
and
threw that
people
in
were
there.
like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, they
Like,
threw that in
you
there.
know.
But then the original idea was to have like species be like the female version of something with alien,
Mm.
and then nobody took to that because they're like, and it became a sexual thing instead of a fucking. They went in that direction. Let's get people with bigger boobs in the next movie, and that just became something totally became like an alien porn, basically.
You're not wrong. I actually recently watched Species 3 a couple of days
Oh
ago.
no!
And I was like, I'm a little uncomfortable.
Well,
What's happening?
Did you see Species 4?
No, and I know what happens in that though.
I mean, that's just is like they just keep getting bigger every time. You could say that Species 2 could have been a cool Venom thing.
Yeah, it could have.
If Venom was done right, it could have
You
been
want to know what's
Species 2.
funny? Do you want to know what's funny about that? When Spider-Man 3 was coming out, this was years ago. When Spider-Man 3 was coming out, someone made a fan-made trailer, and they put scenes from Species 2 in that to be Venom.
That's great. That's great.
That sounds cool.
It's just,
I
it just put you off on a tangent, and you're like, what are we left with? It became like so bad. Like they need to reboot that. Something. I mean, why couldn't they do something where, like, why can't they just have like on a planet there's different aliens?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a planet of aliens and there's a different type of aliens that just they don't interact like, or they can't. They're created where they can't kill each other or something.
Well, in the they had a really cool story in the Alien comic books. You probably know what I'm going with here, but there was a on the Xenomorph homeworld. There are two factions of Xenomorph species. One of them is the ones that we know where their skin is black, but there's another one where their skin is red, and they're at war with each other. And there's actually two queen aliens that are actually higher than the queens.
Mm-hmm.
So they're called Empress aliens, and they're like 100 feet tall, and like freaking like it's a really good storyline. They're not doing anything with it though in the movies, and to make things worse, well not worse. There's some pretty good storylines going on in the Prometheus comic book. Yeah, there's a Prometheus comic book where the Predators are there, and they're at war with like the Xenomorphs and the Engineers. And they show what happens when one of the Predators gets infected with that black goo. It's awesome. Crazy stuff. But they're not doing anything with it in the movies.
Crazy stuff. Fall asleep, right?
I'm not. I'm just scared of Prometheus. And it's getting to that stage where I was like hoping that Neil Bond coming out was going to say to like Ridley, I don't care what you say, and we're just going to film Alien 5 regardless of what you say.
Yeah.
Because I can see what's going to come when Prometheus comes out. He's going to be so gutsy and say, I'm going to green light another one before it even comes in.
Yeah,
I can see it coming. I
Yeah,
can see it coming a mile off.
I agree, Ray. I do. I was going to say this, too, though. Playing it from the other side, right? Let's say we're in Ridley Scott's shoes right now, right? I highly doubt this is what's going on, but let's say that we're in Ridley Scott's shoes. Let's take a look back at what Neil Blomkamp has done. District 9, I wasn't a fan of District 9. Chappie was okay.
We ripped the piss out of that one.
Yeah. Could it be that maybe Ridley Scott is looking at this and saying, I don't think he's going to do a good enough job, and he wants to get his movie out first before a bad Alien film comes out?
No. It's not that.
I think that could be it.
No.
I really do.
He saw that this guy created interest where he couldn't create interest. And he stole he took the surfboard from him, and he's riding the wave himself.
I agree that's probably what's happening, but I'm telling you, I think that maybe he's looking at it from the other way, too, and saying, I don't want my movie coming out after a bad Alien movie.
How many
could be a
fucking bad
bad
Alien
movie.
movies did you have? 3 and 4? I mean, come on.
Well, 3 was okay, 4 sucked, but then again,
3 was not. 3 was horrible.
3 wasn't that good, but it wasn't as bad as 4. I thought 4 was the worst.
actually thought that 3 was the worst. To tell you the
Really?
truth.
I thought 4 sucked.
Because you don't have a hero that tries to teach people a role model that wants to commit suicide, and then the alien doesn't even want to kill him. It was an embarrassment.
Well, I
At
mean,
least-
I like that
At
idea.
least, in Resurrection, they tried to show. All right, I don't like to think that they cloned from a fingernail, but they tried to give her like alien powers, like super rarely. Which that was still better than Alien 3. I'm sorry, but we could agree to disagree.
Sure.
But all right, so this Predator thing now.
Yeah.
They're going back to connecting it to the first one, and I guess 2.
Well, I mean, Predators was as well.
But they're not really connecting it to that, though.
I mean, they could easily. I don't see why they couldn't.
Okay.
But they're probably not.
Right. Do you think everybody really didn't like the third one, or
A lot of people like Predators.
yeah?
It was. I thought it was good. I mean, it didn't. It did something new without ruining what Predator is.
Right.
I don't know what they're doing with this new one though. Like, I'm hearing it's going to be as big as Iron Man 3, and I'm like, what does that mean?
What on Schwarzenegger?
Hopefully.
Well, I heard he was signed already.
I don't know if he's definitely signed. I think they said that he was meeting with them.
And that's
Yeah,
another. That's another thing I
heard.
want to talk about. There's so much to talk about, but what the hell is happening to Terminator?
What?
Like, we're definitely getting another one,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not Genesis.
Because Genesis didn't do well.
But who is it? It's not James Cameron.
No. They're
You don't
probably
get-
going to get another director.
So, yeah, but
Oh,
this
Jesus.
is what I understand. Like, you can't just. Are you going to reboot what? Like, what are you going to do? You're going to continue it from what? Like, you can confuse the shit out of people now. What are you going to connect it to? Where it would make sense. You can't just say this the last one never happened. Is that what you're going to say? I mean, is it a dream? I mean, what are you going to do?
You know what they might do? They might just say,
Parallel
"Screw
universe.
this. We're connecting it back to Terminator 3, and here's the next story."
Shit. You know what I think they're going to do? I think it is going to be connected to Genesis. They're going to get a different actress as you know, Sarah Connor, and they're going to, I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know who'd be brave enough to direct it, or if they don't want James Cameron. I don't know who'd be brave enough to step up.
See, when you try to fuck around with time travel, and then you're trying to undo what you just did, it kind of makes screwy.
This is why I was so pissed off with Genesis, is because they didn't finish the first story. We're never going to see an end of that first story, ever.
You're never gonna. You can't create a Terminator that's ridiculous to kill like that. where you're gonna have to try to figure out weird ways to kill it. I mean, it's like unbeatable, the fucking thing. I mean, come on, man. And you don't make him John Connor. That's ridiculous. Because
That
all
was
hope
the
is
worst.
lost. All hope is lost.
I hate that.
He said it in the trailer. Who the fuck does that? This air conditioner's good. Wait. Who the hell does that?
Batman versus Superman.
Oh, Zack Snyder, yeah.
But that's another movie that just boggles my mind, how nobody in this world with an ego can admit anything anymore. You just won't give it. You just won't admit that it's not a success. It's just amazing to me. The movie's making $600,000 a day, and it's nowhere near what they wanted to do. Nowhere near. I can tell you what it's doing right now. Nowhere near what it's supposed to do. Embarrassment. $800 million making, and you got a $35 million profit. $835 million it is, and it basically 600,000, 800,000, 600,000, 600,000. It's done. It's done. Done.
Well, they got a right idea when they said about the Hanna-Barbera universe.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah. I think that was the best decision they made now because with this Batman Superman malarkey.
The Hanna-Barbera universe.
Not only we got the Hanna-Barbera universe, we got the Hasbro cinematic universe.
Yeah, what's that about?
They want to
Is
have
that Transformers, G.I. Joe, and stuff? Or?
and Mask and no. That's Hanna-Barbera. Ray. We're talking about Hasbro. It's G.I. Joe, Transformers, ROM. The TV shows that they had Hasbro put out back in the 80s. It's like a whole cluster F. Everybody wants their own universe all of a sudden. You got the Universal cinematic universe with the monsters. You got Ghostbuster wants to have a cinematic universe. You know, seriously?
I just want to say that Toho was doing cinematic universes before it was cool.
Yeah, and before it was called cinematic, right?
For the day.
Somewhere, some nerd that came up with the title Marvel Cinematic. Like, it's like, I created title. It's like...
That's rich coming from us, right?
Yeah. I create cinematic word. Yeah, okay.
We don't care. Everyone wants a cinematic universe now.
You will have a cinematic universe for everything now.
Am I gonna have to see The Rock in a Transformers movie? Because I really don't want to.
You're gonna see The Rock plays Jumanji. The Rock, no, you are.
I know.
The Rock, Baywatch.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna flop high up.
Next thing you're gonna see is The Rock as Knight Rider.
Oh my gosh, no, stop.
Rock Spy Hunter.
Ugh.
The Rock is He-Man.
This just in, The Rock cast in Godzilla vs. Kong.
The Rock is... Yeah, you know what happened? The story with that is he's wrestling in his match, about to win the title. All of a sudden, like he can't finish the match. He grabs the microphone. And is like, finally, and then he goes after Godzilla. It's like,
this just in, The Rock is going to be J.J. Jameson.
And then you know what they turn him into? They turn The Rock into Jet Jaguar. That size. And he gives him a rock bottom.
No, it couldn't come any worse. Chris Jericho as blooming J.J. Jameson.
Wait, you know what though? He's gonna be the third twin with Arnold Schwarzenegger and nah.
You're right. No, you're right. That's what's gonna happen. You're probably right.
The Rock. The Rock owns the universe.
Ray, I could see Chris Jericho as JJJ. That'd be hilarious.
I'd like that.
I want pictures of Spider-Man, you stupid idiot. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
I gotta share this picture if I could find it on Facebook today. And I couldn't believe it came to my head Like, this could actually be possible. Hold on a second.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, talking Chris Jericho, he was on our radio station over here today, and he was reading nursery rhymes in trash talk style.
Chris Jericho is the man.
All right, Chris, Ray, I don't want you to spoil this, but hold on, wait. Let me just, before you say anything, don't say anything, Ray. I know you're
I'm not saying a word.
You're going to spoil something for me. Just wait a second. I want to show something. Okay, wait, hold on. This is it. This is it. Wait, let me get it. Hold on. Wait, come on. Hold on. Okay, wait. I'm gonna screen share this. I don't know how, if I can, it's not gonna really come out good, but hold on a second. Okay, so David Tennant wore this Freddy Krueger friggin' thing. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm looking at this, and I can't. It's a video. I can't really play it. But I was thinking to myself, oh my God, do you imagine if David Tennant actually played Freddy Krueger with an American voice? It would be like 42. Remember 42? He's like, burn with me and everything. Remember that? I know Kilgrave was like pushing the boundaries, right? Could you imagine David Tennant as Freddy Krueger? You can't imagine.
That'd be a little too much for me.
Too much, right? That'd be crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He probably wouldn't do it either. Right? You don't think he would do it, right? I don't.
You
think
never
he would
know.
I don't think he would ever do it. No way. I'm like, where the hell did he get that from? Freddy Krueger's wardrobe? Damn. That was crazy. So, all right, guys. I guess that's it. We didn't even get to talk about the Green Lantern.
Oh, Jesus. We walk explain him.
You want to talk about the Green Lantern, Chris, before we go?
Sure. I'm a big Green Lantern fan. I think he's probably my favorite DC character. But it says here there are 3 possible leads for the Green Lantern Corps movie. And they are, of course, Kyle Rayner. Where else? Likely to play Hal Jordan. It only says 1 right now. So Kyle Rayner is apparently the guy that they're looking at.
Okay.
Interesting.
Right. You don't think that's going to be good or what?
I hope it is.
All right. I have to add something before we go, because this has been on my mind. I love Marvel Comics, as you know, but when I feel they do something wrong, I'm all over that. You know that.
What did they do?
I just have a problem with, while Civil War is out, they're trying to duplicate the Thunder and release Civil War 2 comic while Civil War 1 movie's out. I have a massive problem with that because I feel that it's just about the money, has nothing to do with storytelling. They're trying to make a couple of $1 million or whatever with the comic, and again, there is no reason for a Civil War 2 comic, especially since the universe is brand new and it's kind of connected to the last universe. I just have a problem with that. The whole concept is that there's some creature from where somebody has the powers to see the future. How many mutants are able to see the future? Or how many superheroes are able to see the future? Well,
That gets boring after a while.
So how is this an original concept that, and why are you taking from Minority Report, where Captain Marvel wants to go after criminals before they commit the crimes, and Tony Stark doesn't? And now you have a whole group of people. That makes no sense to have them fight each other. So I gotta say, bad form on Civil War 2. I wasn't a fan of the original Civil War because of what they did with Spider-Man, and I just feel this is a way to make money, and eventually I think fans need to just not buy into it, because then we're going to get more nonsense. So We need educational stories that make sense and not just to make a quick buck. And I wasn't crazy about what they did with Secret Wars, where they tried to get people to buy comics but based on old storylines, like the Infinity Gauntlet and Inferno and Days of Future Past, and it was just a gimmicky thing, and I was totally against it. So I just hope that they don't do stuff like this anymore with the comics, where they try to steal off their own stuff. I mean, you can tell me I'm wrong, but I just don't. Would you picture that they would make a sequel to Civil War when the movie comes out, Civil War?
I would have pictured it after.
It's a stupid, bad timing thing to do.
Yeah, I could see them doing it because, like, hey, money.
If you're gonna do a sequel to Civil War, you do it like not when Civil War movie comes out, like years later. It's ridiculous. I just think I'm against it. So I don't care what the whole thing. But I know they're gonna kill the She-Hulk and they're gonna kill this one, and to me, it's just a waste of time and it's done. Well, whatever. All right. On that note, guys, leave your comments below if you agree with us, if you disagree with us, if you have any thoughts and ideas that we can bring up in the next Everything Show. Please like and please subscribe and please share. All right. Take care. Bye for now.